Man, amazing. Yo, I'm so glad, so glad, so glad I could be back with you guys. What it is, how you guys doing, man? It is your boy Reed here for MCXP Radio at night. Man, a lot of stuff going on, man, and I have to give you guys some stuff, some content, some things that we can talk about. I know it has been a minute. I have been gone. Holiday season and everything that's been going on. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and whatnot. But talking with Big Game and talking with my boy Jay Stocks and whatnot, man. We got to work on getting our content up, especially me, man. I know I got to. Been doing a lot of things, man, especially with my two boys, two little boys, man, trying to raise them and get everything right. So it has been a struggle. But the podcasting has never left. The love to do the podcast has never left. I have just been busy, but like I said, man, it has been wonderful. And I'm very, very happy that I'm here with you guys, that I can speak with you guys just here for a little bit. So I already know how it is, man. It's MCXP Radio at night. It's about the only time that I'm going to be able to do it. So just get ready for some late night shows here on the Saturdays. One night, either Friday, Saturday, whichever day, man, I can get to you. Probably more or less it's gonna be the Saturdays, man, just to be honest, man. But without further ado, man, let's get the show started. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now kicking it, officially kicking it in the Man Cave at Night here, MCXP Radio, here for the BGSE Network, representing doing what we do, man. You see, man, I got this whole DFWR radio shirt on, man. That was a guys, man. They helped me start this little podcasting thing, man. So I appreciate you. I already know T, everybody that's been a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But say, man, I've just got a few things that I want to talk about real quick. I don't want to hold you too long, but I gotta give you some content, man. I hope everybody's doing well. Again, Merry Christmas. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, man. Happy New Year here in 2025. I know it's kind of started off a little bit crazy, but thank God, man, that you guys are still here. Here to see another day, here to enjoy it and whatnot, man. So I appreciate each and every one of you people that are out there. Please, y'all already know how the show goes. It's on live right now, man. So if you're tuning in live, please make sure you post some comments, everything like that, man. And I'll make sure I can post your comments. So while I talk, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Also, man, so notifications anytime one of my shows or any of the shows on the BGSE network pops up. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how I do it, man. Y'all know I like to have fun. Talk. Got my cup of Joe. I'm ready. So let's get into it. Y'all already know what it is. A Reed's 3 points. Let's get it on and popping, baby. This part right here, man, we probably, I know I talk about agree or disagree, but sometimes I agree, man. Sometimes we disagree, but sometimes it's just, just facts of life and things that just need to be said and whatnot. So we get into these points, man. So let's talk about this. All right. So first and foremost, man, I want to give a big shout out and congratulations. Let me take this off real quick. Big shout out and congratulations to Ohio State and Notre Dame, because this will be the national championship that we will be having. I believe it takes place on January 20th. Definitely, man, was able to catch both games. And I can say that is this a toss up? You could probably say a toss up for me, but more than likely, I'll probably be going for the Notre Dame more than Ohio State. Never really too much cared too much for Ohio State, but I've definitely got a lot of respect for them. I did not expect Texas to actually win that game. Texas actually had a pretty close game against Arizona State that went into overtime. So Texas almost did not make it up there to that spot. But Texas was in there and they made it over there. With Ohio State actually had a chance. Had a chance. They actually had a chance to, do something. But of course, we all saw that scoop and score that Ohio State did at the last minute to get those guys into the game. Notre Dame Penn State game that went down to the wire, as a matter of fact. And yeah, Notre Dame just came out and win. But you gotta give a big shout out to Penn State. 'Cause Penn State is one heck of a team. Penn State, man, it's got some dogs. Like, man, that whole crew, it's all nothing but heavy guys, man. Heavy guys on their offensive line, defensive line, and everything like that. So Penn State, you gotta give a shout out to them. But again, man, my pick right now, man, I'm gonna go for Notre Dame. I've never really went for Notre Dame when it comes to any game where a national championship or whatever the case may be. But I'll be in there. I'll be a Notre Dame fan this go around. Shout out to my boy Broken. He's a big Notre Dame guy or whatnot. But like I said, I'll be rooting for them more than I would be Ohio State. Um, Ryan Day, man, you look at that coach, and there's been a lot of speculation with that coach, and now he's got a chance, to prove everybody wrong, prove all the doubters wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying that, it should be his head. He should not be the coach or whatnot. He's always had his issues when it came to playing Michigan. It seems like he could never get over that hump with Michigan, but look where Michigan is and look where Ohio State is right now. So he's in the national championship while Michigan is sitting at home. So, excuse me, you got to give a shout out to that guy, man. Shout out to that coach. This should actually be a very entertaining um national championship game. Very. And I gotta give kudos. I gotta give a kudos to college football for this playoff system. I think that this playoff system was probably one of the best things that they've ever implemented. Um, I do. I do. Definitely agree that it should be like this in somewhat. Now I know they still have the committee and everybody that chooses who goes where, but I do believe that it needs to be the best teams within the whole nation ends up going, and whoever gets there makes it into the playoffs. They play in the playoff style format to see who's the ultimately best team in the nation. I'm glad it's not one sided anymore. Usually, Alabama could lose two, lose three games within the season and somehow still find themselves playing for the national championship. So I'm glad that they kind of eliminated that. He gave some other teams some chances. Let's pull that right back up. Like, Homer, man, SMU, they got a chance to go in there. Indiana got a chance to go in there. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Clemson, but not but you look at Arizona State, you look at Boise State, you know, had some teams, man, that actually got themselves a chance to go out there and compete for a national championship. And I think that's wonderful because there's a lot of teams out there, there's a lot of colleges that don't get ever get a chance to ever go out there and play for a national championship. So I think that this new playoff format that they have implemented is going to be successful. I think for the years to come, it's really going to go down, and you're going to see a lot more Cinderella stories. I think you'll see a lot more Cinderella stories. It won't just be your top notch, big name guys. Um, Definitely more Cinderella stories from up and coming um, colleges and programs to go out there and prove themselves and prove that they are the best team within the nation of that year. I do want to give a shout out though, before I even move on to my next point. I do want to give a shout out to Texas though, simply because this was the Texas Longhorns' first year in the SEC, and they proved a lot of people wrong. They really proved a lot of people wrong. Their first year, they get all the way to the semifinals, but yeah, they were one game away from playing for the national championship after joining the SEC. SEC got all the big names. So that's like the toughest conference with the LSU's and the Georgias and everybody like that. So Texas came in on their first year and really showed that they actually belong. So I don't believe it's a fluke, especially with Coach Sarkis in there. I don't believe it's a fluke, but I think Texas came out and showed that they actually belong in there, man. So kudos to the Texas Longhorns. Good job, man, for what you guys did. I think was this Quinn Ewers? Quinn Ewers will be going to the league. That was the last game y'all saw him in that uniform. Archie Manning, it's your time. And I think a lot of people will be tuning in to see what Arch Manning can do as the Texas Longhorns. So, yeah, man. But shout out, man. Notre Dame and Ohio State for the national championship. I will be tuned in. I'll be getting ready to look. I'll be into it. I will definitely be into it. Most definitely. So, can't wait. Can't wait. Let's go on to the next point, man. I hope you guys are still on, MCXP Radio. Like I said, I never like to hold y'all long. Just like to speak my piece. My boy Brian couldn't make it today. You know what I'm saying? He usually will be talking, he talk up a storm, but it's all good, man. We just chilling, man, on the Saturday. It's been cold. We didn't have some snow the last past week and everything like that. So, you know, been chilling. But get to the next point, man. NFL playoffs, baby. NFL playoffs has just begun. While I sip on this coffee, yes, the NFL playoffs is here. It has just begun. We've just finished the first two games, which was the Chargers and the Texans, where the Texans ended up winning. Texans will be facing Kansas City in the next round. Then you have Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Baltimore just won that game, beating out the Steelers. I'd rather Baltimore win it than the Steelers. You know, my uncle's a Steelers fan, so hey, we both at the house now. You got the Broncos and the Bills coming up. And then you look over there at the NFC. Detroit Lions being the number one seed. I think the Rams and Vikings, that's going to be a good game. Washington, shout out to Washington and Tampa Bay. That's actually going to be a good one. And Green Bay and Philly, that should be a good one too. So we got some good matchups coming up in the NFC wise. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of people can call me a hater, whatever the case may be. Y'all know me. Y'all can see. Y'all know what team I represent. Shout out. I went to that game, Monday Night Football against Dallas. I go for Cincinnati, man. Now, my team did 5 in a row at the end of the season to get themselves to a 9-8 record, to give themselves a chance to get into the playoffs. Now, what sucks is that we didn't win games that we should have won at the beginning of the season, i.e., Patriots game, very first game of the season. We lost a very close game against the Ravens, games against the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Games that we should have won. Granted, we had a chance because, some certain teams had to lose in order for Cincinnati to get in. But this is my thing. I can't root for anybody that's a Chiefs fan. Matter of fact, I used to have respect for the Chiefs. I can't have respect for the Chiefs anymore. And this is just on a personal tip. I just can't. Because how can you tell me that your last game of the season, you're going to Denver and you're going to play the Denver Broncos? Understandable. Okay. You're going to rest your starters. Understandable. But you guys put up a goose egg. Not that Denver didn't come out and play because they knew if they won, they could get into the playoffs. Kudos to them. But it seemed like you guys didn't give no kind of effort. And did you guys give no effort because you didn't want Cincinnati to be in there? Because they was the hottest team coming into it again. Excuse me, was that it? Please tell me that's not it. Because for y'all to put up a goose egg is ridiculous. I think, but I personally feel that Kansas City did what they did and played like they played and lost like they lost because they didn't want to see Cincinnati. I did. I do. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. It's just very, very sketchy and etchy. It's very sketchy to me. Kansas City team like that. It's like you didn't put no effort, no kind of effort whatsoever. And maybe I could be wrong. I could be definitely wrong. I'm not there on the field and whatnot, but I don't know. It just seems that shit. It seems very sketchy to me. Very, very sketchy to me. And as I look at this, man, as I look at the schedule, as this playoff schedule, who can we count on now? Who can we count on? Well, we got Houston. Pretty much every team that plays Kansas City, man, I'm rooting for them now. So Houston, y'all better go out there and y'all gotta beat them. If y'all don't beat them, Baltimore, Buffalo, one of you guys gotta take Kansas City down, because if I swear that I see Kansas City in this Super Bowl again, I think I'm gonna puke. God, I don't want to see these guys in the playoffs. I don't want to see them in the Super Bowl anymore. I'm so tired of seeing Mahomes and them. Granted, I can't say that I'm not saying that they bad, because they've been there. They've been there. They've been doing their thing, but damn, you just get sick of them. You get sick of them, man. They act like fucking dicks. I shouldn't have said that, but let's just get on that, man. So, but there's the NFL playoffs that you got going on. I know we got some, like I said, we got games coming up over this weekend. So make sure everybody's tuning in. I don't necessarily know how many games are going to be played tomorrow. I'm assuming about two, maybe three, and then we'll have one coming up on Monday night. I want to say the Vikings and Rams is on Monday night. Every other game is going to be on Sunday, but definitely think this is going to be very interesting. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Y'all know how it is, man. And most people really don't pay attention to the playoffs until the playoffs comes. They don't really pay attention to the season. Me, I pay attention during the season because I like to see the records and whatnot. But like I said, Cincinnati didn't make it, so you just got to go on hoping to win, man. That another team is gonna go out there and do their business. You know what I'm talking about. So let's go. Anybody but the Chiefs. I'm rooting for y'all. Real talk. Now, let's get to point number three. Point number three. Let's get into it. This has been very big talk of the media and whatnot. Let's talk about Joy Taylor and this Fox Sports scandal. Dun, dun, dun. If don't nobody know who Joy Taylor is, let's go ahead and put her up. Joy Taylor. Now, you can't say that Joy Taylor is a very beautiful woman, very attractive. We've all seen Joy Taylor and whatnot, who she is. She's been on TV, media outlets, and everything like that. Host what's the show? Speak Up. Speak on it. Speak for yourself, whatever that is. That's on the Fox Sports Network. But she has been in the news lately. If y'all don't know, man, she is the sister of what's his name? Taylor. They used to play for Miami. Is it John Taylor? Is it? I want to say it's John Taylor. John Taylor used to play defensive end for the Miami Dolphins. Either way, Joy Taylor has been in the news for a scandal that has been going on. Supposedly, Joy Taylor is using her assets and whatnot for, let's say, gain within companies. Now, as you can see, man, in this picture, she is, an attractive young lady, but she has definitely came off and said many numerous things, interviews, podcasts, and whatnot. She does come off as quite an arrogant lady, that knows that she is who she is, and knows that she's attractive, but she feels like that she can get anything that she wants. But the scandal that has been coming out from this lady who was a hairdresser. I seen a picture of her, Nushin Faraji. That's her name, Nushin Faraji. So Nushin Faraji is Joy Taylor's, or was Joy Taylor's hairdresser. And she said that Joy Taylor was supposedly making fun of her accent, this is that and the third. Make a long story short, she has came out and said that Joy Taylor has been using her assets and everything that she has, body wise, to move up in the company and whatnot. Okay, there's documents and stuff like that that is out. Uh, I don't necessarily know if they're indictments, but um, she's been naming these people. She said that Joy Taylor had relations with this guy, Charlie Dixon, who just so happens to be the like the CEO or something like that, one of the head guys over there at the Fox Sports Network. That she had relations with him while Joy Taylor was married to her husband at the time. Husband found out, they divorced and whatnot, but she's been sleeping with him. So that way that she can move up in the company and hopefully get herself on a show. And that show that she was trying to get up on was the show Speak Up or whatever that case may be with Emmanuel Acho. So now everybody is saying that Joy Taylor has been sleeping with Emmanuel Acho as well. Because as you can see, Emmanuel Acho, and if you guys have been paying attention, there are some videos of Acho giving her so much props and clout. And, Joy Taylor is a phenomenal black woman, and this stands on business and blah, 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 blah. He introduces her, and, I don't know anybody who can who's so great and so wonderful and blah, 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 blah. So, a lot of stuff has been going on, saying that them two's been knocking the boots. But she's been letting him get them skins, so she can get that spot up there up on the show. Either way, between her, Acho, between this guy, it's a big like triangle of goodness gracious, whatever the hell's going on. Didn't even Ms. Nushan Faraj just came out and said that Mr. Skip Bayless, yes, y'all know Skip Bayless. Mr. Skip Bayless had offered her a million, like what, 1.5 million to get her skins, and he is a married man as well. It's a big thing, y'all. It's crazy. So all this stuff has came out, man, recently. I think was it like last week? I want to say about last week, about 2 weeks ago, man. But all of this has been coming. All this has been blowing up. I don't know what's gonna happen because they still got the shows going on, and everybody on the show is acting like nothing is popping. Um, but we have yet to see how this is going to end up and how this is going to play out. Now, my honest opinions. ugh, I don't. It wouldn't surprise me if some of these things were true. Because behind every lie, there's some truth involved. Okay. Even when people come out with these indictments or stuff like that and trying to sue people and whatnot, man, there's always some truth in that. The only thing is we got to figure out which is truth, which is lies. It wouldn't surprise me. I'll put it like that. If the things they say about Joy is true. I'm not saying that is true, but it wouldn't surprise me. Because from what I've read and what, I've kind of done some research, they said Joy really didn't have a career. She was like a bartender and like part-time newscaster or something like that. And all of a sudden she catapults up. Now she's, hosting a show on Fox Sports Network, stuff like that, doing big things, but I mean, pretty privilege does have its ways. Pretty privilege does, it has its ways, and you know, we see it all the time, man. Whether it's sports, whether it's movies, whatever the case may be, pretty women use what they have to get what they want. So that's why I say I don't doubt that this stuff is legit because it just might well be. It just might well be. She might have done some things in her past that have gotten her to where she is now. And now she feels like she's a big boss. She can make rules, regulations. You know, is what it is, man. But again, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. A lot of people making fun of that dude. She's like, golly, but hey, come on. He's the head guy. He's the head guy. Why was she not? Mayo Acho, why was she not? Look at that. Big wide nose, them big old teeth. I don't care for Acho. I don't. Never have, but it is what it is. It's neither here nor there. But I don't doubt it, man. Really, really, really don't doubt it, y'all. So it's gonna be very interesting. I want to see what pops up in the later days. Once all of this stuff kind of starts to flow, and if there's some truth involved, how the network is going to go about it, how the network is going to deal with it in the future, if there's going to be any firings or whatever the case may be. But as for right now, it just seems like all the jobs are safe. But you know, what's always done in the dark ends up coming to the light. So I mean, 2024 was exposed last year. Cat Williams, all that stuff like that. Why not just keep on continuing in 2025, man? Why not? So we will see, people. We will see. We will definitely see. Um, no doubt, man. I appreciate all you guys tuning in, logging in, joining in. Everybody been sitting there watching. Of course, again, man, you kicking it here. MCXP Radio, the Man Cave at Night on the BGSC network. I did want to give a quick shout out, man, to all the people that's out there in California, man, with the house fires and stuff like that. I got a partner that's out there. He said that the fire's not really affecting him, but when he's over there at his job, man, he has to deal with a lot of the smoke. But I will say that my actual first cousin, actually had to deal with this. He said his house had burned down. So, lots of prayers to him and everything that he's got to go through. We're checking up on him all the time, daily, man, just to make sure that he is good. It's very sad that these kind of things have to happen, but it's just the way of the world, man. It's just the way of the world. It's very unfortunate, but I pray to God that um, everything gets better. Everything gets better. Um, I don't know. I've never experienced anything like that. God forbid that I ever do. But I can imagine how those people are feeling out there right now, man. Seeing their house, seeing the places they lay their head at, man. Just seeing it just be gone just like that. You know, I'm hearing through reports that they're starting to say that there may be some arson involved, which would suck because somebody just doing that kind of stuff just out of just pure hatred or whatever the case may be, that just be very messed up and you affecting a lot of people. But nevertheless, man, I hope and pray that is not the case. Um, but shout out to everybody, man, that has survived. I do pray that you get what you need to keep going. Anybody that's out there listening, if you got family, man, that's out there, man. Yeah, my prayers go to you. You know, hopefully everything is going all right. Hopefully they can take care of themselves, man. And let's just see. Hopefully the relief effort and everything can come out there, man. Do what they need to do, man. Get these people back up on their feet. It's very sad, but think although it's unfortunate, these things have to happen. If you truly believe in God, like I do, man, you understand that these things do happen. They happen for a reason. We may not know it. It may not be our capacity to know it, but God knows, and however He rolls with it, that's how He rolls with it. But I think we just got to keep our best foot forward and keep on going, man. So shout out to each and every single person out there that's having to deal with that, man. So yeah, most definitely. Again, man, I thank y'all, man, for kicking it with me, man, here in the Man Cave, MCXP Radio. I'm gonna try to get you some more shows. Like I said, I never like to hold you guys too long. I just gotta give my 2 cents and everything that I want to say here on the BGSC network, man. I thank you, man. My boy Big Game James, give you some more content, man. I promise you. So I'm gonna definitely be trying to do this, man. Come back to you guys every week. I'm a busy, very very busy man. It's like every minute of my days of 7 days a week, man. I'm working and I'm doing something, man. So it's hard for me to find time to do the things that I love, but ain't enough hours in a day for me to get to it all. So, we just work it out the best way we can. Again, man, like, subscribe, hit the bell, definitely, to be a part of not only my show, but BGSC Network. So anytime any of our shows pop up, you right there in the mix, man, that you can join in at any time. Definitely, man, I love y'all and I thank you for everything that you've done, everything that's been paying attention and whatnot. We go off, man. I always like to go off, man. Man, if you suffer from any kind of mental health issues, please go out there and seek help. because mental health is a serious thing, definitely talking from somebody that has dealt with it, still deals with it at some point in times, but I've managed to overcome it for the most part. But if you haven't, man, please go out there and seek you some help. Find you somebody that can help you out, that can talk to you. Friends can always tell you some things, man, that that you may want to hear, but sometimes it's good to hear from somebody that you know tell you what you need to hear. Most definitely. So that being said, man, I appreciate you guys. Y'all take it easy. Much love to y'all and everything like that, man. I am out, and I will see you guys, man, hopefully next week. All right. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.
Dance on the beach or something, we can slide all night. Smoke a little weed or something, getting high all night. Got my brown on ice, and you looking right. In that see-through linen with that ass sitting right. You know how I do it, I'm a player for life. If I do lock it down, you know it's you, that's my wife. Yeah, I tease you and leave you when I'm out on the road, trying to please you and feed you, that's why I'm doing shows. And you